Morning, my dear students. Today's topic is, all of you very good morning. Today's topic is types of sentences. This topic is the fundamental knowledge or basic knowledge for the students who are learning the English grammar and English language, the basic knowledge for the minimum basic knowledge for the students. Okay, my dear students, it is most important topic, and if you don't know types of sentences, it is not possible active voice and passive voice and direct indirect speech also. First of all, we find out or recognize or identify what type of the sentence has been given in the examination. That should be understood by the students. Then only attempt the questions in reported speech also, in voice also. My request is the students should concentrate and listen carefully. These types of sentences, so many students have been confused, ambiguous mood and doubtful conditions. There are two categories are there, the types of sentences. First category is one is the category has this type of sentences has been divided on the basis of purpose, P-U-R-P-O-S-E, purpose or function, based on the function. These two words are very important. The division of the sentences, the kinds of the sentences have been divided on the based on the purpose or function, and they give some meaning. This is one kind of the sentence. There are two main ways that we can categorize sentences. One is based on purpose or function or meaning. The second category, we can categorize sentences. The second category is based on sentence structure. That is sentence structure. Sentence structure, based on the structure. There are two divisions are there in English language. Students may be confused. This is a basic knowledge. That means what are the types of sentences based on the purpose or function? They are mainly, generally we are talking four kinds. There are four kinds. The sentences have been divided based on the purpose or function or meaning. Based on or four kinds have been divided. Those are called assertive. Second one is interrogative. Third one is imperative. And fourth one is last one is exclamatory. Exclamatory sentences. Okay, my dear students, this is the fourth one. These four kinds, these categories, these types of sentences based on purpose, function or meaning. The second category of the sentences, they are They are simple sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence, and complex compound sentences. These sentences are based on the structure. You should remember that word. Structure is based on the structure. First of all, you clear about these two categories. And then we go to our topic. Have you understood or not? Have you understood? Have you clear? Are you clear or not? Yes. You are clear about there are two main ways that we can categorize sentences. One is based on the purpose or meaning or function, and the second category is simple, complex, compound sentences are based on the structure. Okay, I hope you understand two categories. There is no confusion at all. And then before going to types of sentences, there are four kinds of sentences. They are assertive, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory. Before going to this topic, I want to clear you what is the sentence. We should understand the definition of the sentence. Definition of the sentence. You should understand the definition of the sentence. Dear students, in English language, sentences are there, clauses are there, phrases are there. Kinds of sentences are there, kinds of phrases are there, kinds of clauses are there. Please listen carefully. What is the sentence? Do you know the definition of the sentence? You define the sentence. What is meant by sentence? A sentence is a group of words. Even single word is a sentence. Oh, come. Only single word. Verb is the heart of the sentence. Verb is the heart of the sentence. Only verb. Come. Two words. Come here. It is a single sentence. It is a simple sentence. Come. Go. One word. One word also construct a sentence. Not only group of words. You should understand, my dear students. Sentence is group of words generally usually containing a verb. Verb is also called predicate. Predicate part. When we divide the sentence, subject part and predicate part. Subject part and predicate part. The predicate part include all the complements, adverbs, adjectives, object, everything, elements of language included from the predicate part. So, verb is also called infinitive and predicate. Predicate part. Predicate part. You should understand, my dear students. Predicate part. Predicate means also verb. Predicate means also verb. You should understand. Her brother is a principal. For example, I will write. Her brother is a principal. What is the subject part and predicate part? It may be subject either a phrase or a word. Here a phrase is there, more than one word. Her brother. Her brother is a principal. This is the subject part. Which is a verb here? Is. Is a verb here. It is in the simple present tense. Am, is, or indicates in simple present as a be form. Her brother is a principal. Here, this part is predicate part. From the verb onwards, the entire part is called predicate part. From starting from predicate, it is also called predicate. That's why there are two parts in basically in sentences, subject part and predicate part. You should understand. That is a grammatical terminology, predicate. And then containing a verb that expresses a thought, that is more important. Thought. In a sentence there may be a thought. This thought expresses, it may be in a form of the statement, or in the form of a question, or in the form of an instruction, or in the form of exclamation. That thought, which containing subject and verb, it expresses. The sentence start with capitalization, capital letter. You should understand that punctuation and capitalization. Capital, the sentence start with capital letter, end with any one of the punctuation mark, based on the sentence type of the sentence. That is more important, my dear students. She was released from jail. For example, one more meaning is there for a sentence. Sentence means another meaning is there. It is in law. It is a legal term. Legal term. What is the meaning of sentence in legal term? That is one more meaning. In legal term, the sentence means a punishment or judgment. Say officially what punishment will be. Officially declared the punishment. That is called sentence. A punishment given by a judge in a court to a person or an organization after they have been guilty of doing something wrong. The judge will pronounce sentence. The judge will pronounce sentence. The judge will pronounce sentence means the judge will pronounce the judgment. The judgment, he has given judgment. The judge will pronounce the sentence on the defendant. This afternoon, defendant means an individual or company or institution accused in a court of law. A punishment given by a judge in court to a person or organization after they have been guilty. What is the meaning of guilty? Responsible for having done wrong. A guilty of doing something. That is in general, the sentence is a legal term also. But we are not discussing about that sentence, that judgment regarding to legal term Allah. We are discussing now, I simply introduce you another meaning of the sentence. In English, based on the context, the meaning may have been changed. One word have different meanings are there. Based on the context and the situation. And we are discussing our sentence, kinds of sentences. I will introduce the sentence. I will explain about the sentence. It is a set of words, complete itself typically containing a subject and predicate. It says subject and predicate. Subject and predicate. The sentence contains subject and predicate. Even though subject is not there, predicate must be there. Predicate is the heart of the sentence. Verb is the heart of the sentence. Come down. It is one of the sentence. It is consist of a main clause and sometimes one or more subordinate clauses. I go there to pick up my things. A simple sentence. It may be included some of the phrases also. It is the basic unit of language. The sentence is a basic unit of language. Basic unit. The sentence is a basic unit of language that expresses a complete thought, a full thought. And following, not only full thought, and following the grammatical basic rules. Sentence must follow grammatical basic rules. The grammatical basic rules of syntax. Syntax. What is the meaning of syntax? We arranged in a sequential order the words. I go there, though, there go I. It is irregular formation of words. The arrangement of words in a sequential order, subject to verb, object to, if it is assertive sentence. This is a structure. That means framing the sentence grammatically correct is more important, my dear students. That is the definition and explanation of introduction of the sentence. A complete thought, not only complete thought, following the grammatical basic rules of syntax. What is the meaning of syntax? It is a grammatical terminology, syntax in language. The arrangement of words to create word form and to create sentence. To form the sentence, the arrangement of words orderly, sequentially is called syntax. Syntax means arrangement of words. Formed a grammatically correct sentence, that is called syntax. We should understand about the sentence. After explanation about the sentence, I will give you kinds of sentences. So it is not possible to explain all the 4 kinds of sentences. I will explain in this session only 2 kinds of sentences. Those are assertive sentences and an interrogative sentence. In second session, I will explain you another 2 kinds of sentences. Understanding is more important. It is the sentence is the largest unit of any language. It begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop, or question mark, or exclamation mark, any punctuation mark based on the kinds of the sentences. You should start with capital letter. That is more important. It begins with the capital letters. Generally defined as a group of words. Expressed thought, idea. Thought, not only thought, idea, thought, our thoughts, our ideas, our statements, our orders, our asking questions, our exclamations, we should be expressed by the sentences. The verb is called the heart of the sentence. With the punctuation mark depending on whether it is a statement. Without punctuation mark, it is a wrong sentence. Without starting the capital letter, the sentence, it is a wrong sentence. Even though spellings are correct, grammatical structures are correct. You should follow the punctuation mark. That is more important in language. The punctuation mark depending on whether it is a statement or whether it is a question or whether it is a command or whether it is a request or whether it is an exclamation. Based on that, we keep the punctuation mark. We have to decide. If it is a declarative, we keep at the end of the sentence full stop. If it is an interrogative, we put the question mark at the end of the sentence. Begins the sentence with the capital letter. That is more important. Most of the students have been neglected about these punctuation marks and capitalization. It is a major mistake, my dear students. Please understand. Okay, types of sentences. We will discuss types of sentences. Here the topic is there. To express the communicate, what we want to say, what we want to express. We sometimes use different kinds of sentences. In expressing way, we sometimes use different kinds of sentences based on the purpose or the function. They are assertive, interrogative, in a imperative mode or exclamatory mode. Now we are discussing about the assertive sentence. Assertive sentence. Please listen carefully. Assertive sentence. Assertive sentence. Here some of the examples are there. A sentence is a group of words expressing a complete idea. That is more important. Complete idea. They are reading a book. It is an assertive sentence. Do you speak English? It is an interrogative sentence. It is a fine day. It is also an assertive sentence. The tense may be any tense. It has a full stop. It ends with full stop. The second sentence ends with question mark. The third sentence is exclamatory. It's a fine day. Expressed in a surprised manner. a sudden feeling, sudden thought, sudden idea. And then purpose or utterance, we distinguish 4 kinds of sentence: the declarative sentence, the interrogative sentence, the imperative sentence, the exclamatory sentence. Distinguished for 4 kinds based on the purpose or utterance. Purpose or utterance. Purpose or meaning or utterance. And sentence divided purpose or meaning. Meaning also. Purpose also. That is more important, my dear student. You should understand the sentence, the function of the sentence. What is the function? Either is the interrogative mode, either is in declarative mode or imperative mode. The function also. It is the category of the sentences. You should understand. First of all, we will discuss about the declarative sentence. Here, a declarative sentence states a fact in the affirmative or negative. You are understand. Fact. This is a museum. She is not a student. Positive sentence plus. Positive means affirmative. Affirmative. Negative sentence. Positive, negative sentence. We are discussing about here, discuss the sentence is declarative sentence. Declarative sentence. This declarative sentence, basically in grammatical terminology, assertive sentence. Assertive. Assertive. Assertion. Assertion. What is the assert meaning? Having or showing a confident and forceful personally, characterized by a bold or confident statement. What is assertive? Assert means confident, self-confident, bold, decisive, assured or positive. That is the meaning of assert. That means assertive sentence. Assertive sentence which declares, asserts the declaration or a statement. Our asserts, our declares, our feelings, our opinions, our incidents, our events through the assertive sentence. We should understand. Anything we should express, either it may be an event or either it may be an incident, either it may be a feeling, either it may be a thought or opinion, whatever it may be a statement, asserts, it is called an assertive sentence, or declares, it is called an assertive sentence. And then it is a statement of the assertion. The sentence gives information. Information gives about the facts, about information gives about the history, information gives about the incidents, information gives about our opinions, information gives our events, or information gives us feelings, our beliefs. This is the assertive sentence. Whatever we express, either feelings or facts, history, incidents, opinions, events, feelings and opinions. Beliefs also we will express through the declarative sentence or assertive sentence. These sentences are used most commonly. Where do we use assertive sentence commonly? Assertive sentence should be commonly used in books, while writing the books, while writing the informative articles. While writing the articles in the newspaper, they are using many assertive sentences, many declarative sentences. The newspaper reporter also using many declarative sentences. He reports as well as in essays also. It will start with capital letters and end with the full stop. That is more important, assertive sentence. End with the full stop. Start with the capital letter. That is more important in assertive sentence. Assertive sentence is also called declarative sentence, or also called statement. Statement. We state some thought, faith, with faith. Some assertion. What is the meaning of assertion? Assertion means showing confident and forceful personally. Confident statement. It is a confident statement. And we write some examples. We will discuss some examples. She likes crowded places. She likes crowded places. She likes crowded places. She likes crowded places. Subject to verb. What is the structure of the assertive sentence? Subject plus verb plus object or complement or other words. Subject plus verb plus object or complement or other words. That is the structure of the assertive sentence. It starts with the subject. Subject may be a noun or pronoun. Honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the subject. The sun rises in the east. The sun, this is an assertion. The sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east. The sun is a subject. Rises is verb. In the east, it is a complement. In the east, where? Adverb of place, in the east. Adverb of place functions as a complement in the sentence. It is not an object. Generally, some of the students may be confused subject, verb, object. All the words are not objects. Object is entirely different from the complement. It is an adverb phrase. That is the structure of the sentence. Subject, verb, object or complement, not only object but also complement, or other words are so included. I love you all. It is raining. He is my best friend. It is my own house. It is my own house. These are the assertive sentences. Assertive sentences, we should follow subject, verb, and only subject, verb. Also sentences. He speaks. These are enough. This is also assertive sentence. He speaks. He talks. He goes. You come. This is also only subject and verb. Subject may be pronoun or a noun. Instead of he, we should write Rajesh. Rajesh speaks. Subject may be a pronoun or a noun. But the category, the types of the assertive sentence are divided into two categories. What are the two categories? One is affirmative. And second one is negative sentence. Two categories are there. Affirmative is also called positive sentence. Affirmative sentence, for example, I will explain you only one or two examples. It takes more time, we take many examples. You should clear about that. For example, I will give you one of the sentence. For example, they will listen to you. They will listen to you. I should write down here, sorry, assertive, declarative sentence. Okay. They will listen, not listen. Listen is a correct pronunciation. Listen to you. Listen, the verb followed preposition to. It is appropriate preposition. They will listen to you. It is simultaneously or simultaneously. Simultaneously is also correct pronunciation. Simultaneously, we will discuss both positive and negative, both affirmative and negative sentences. Here they will listen to you. What is they will listen? It is a positive sentence. They will listen. They agree to listen your words. That is the assertion, that is the statement, that is the declaration by someone. But what is the negative sentence? The same sentence have been changed into negative sentence as a assertive sentence. What is the same sentence? They won't, we should write won't. The contracted form of the will not, will plus not equal to won't. They won't listen to you. They will listen to you. They won't listen to you. It is a negative sentence. Will not take. For example, we take one more sentence. He made a cake. For example, simple sentence. He made a cake. Subjective, verb, objective. A cake was made by him. Simple past tense. He made a cake. What is the negative sentence? You change the negative sentence. There are two kinds of sentences. Positive sentences or negative sentences. The same sentence simultaneously we are discussing positive, negative sentences. He made a cake. What is the negative sentence? Made is V2 verb. When you change into negative sentence, we did plus V1. That means what is the verb forms of the make, made, made. Make plus did plus make. That means he didn't make a cake. That is the negative sentence. He didn't make. The negative sentence, he made a cake, means he didn't make a cake. He didn't make. We should not write repeatedly made. You don't write made. Already did indicates the past tense. The structure is did plus V1. That is more important. He didn't make a cake. That is the one of the example. He drives a car. For example, he drives a car. He drives a car. A simple sentence I will give you to understand, my dear students. I did not write the complex compound sentence to confuse you. He drives a car. What is the negative sentence? He is driving the car. He participated in that work. What is the negative sentence? Can you tell me? The negative sentence is drives is a does form. The third person singular. When third person singular comes as a subject, it takes the does form verb. That means verb plus s or esr plus ies also. This is the does form verb. He drives a car. On the time we should write the structure is does plus V1. In between we introduce, you keep the not. He doesn't. He drives a car. What is the negative sentence? He doesn't drive a car. We should not write S form, does form also. Only drive, V1 verb. Does. In between we keep the not. He doesn't drive a car. He doesn't drive a car. It is a negative sentence. Are you understand or not? This is the structure of the sentences. The students should understand both positive and negative sentence, both affirmative and negative sentence. Peacock is a beautiful animal, beautiful bird, sorry. Is it a negative sentence or positive sentence? It is a positive sentence. Peacock is not a beautiful bird, it is a negative sentence. I have started to write a story. It is also positive sentence. Barking dogs don't bite. Don't, doesn't, didn't, haven't, wasn't, weren't. These are all negative sentence. I don't hate anybody. What kind of the sentence? Either positive or negative. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. It is a negative sentence. They won't listen to you. All the students didn't attend the classes, yesterday's classes. These are all negative sentences. For example, students may be confused. He has been doing his homework. He has been doing his homework. Change into a negative sentence. Where do you insert not in the sentence? They may be confused. You must remember, my dear students, there are three verbs are there. Has, been, doing. These are all three verbs. This is a verb phrase. Has been doing. Where should keep we not to change into negative sentence? We should keep or put the not after the first helping verb between the has and been. He has not been doing his homework. You should understand. That is more important. Single helping verb or main verb, you don't confuse. If the sentence contains many verbs along with main verb, two helping verbs are there. Has, been and doing is main verb. We should insert the not in between the after the first helping verb. There are so many helping verbs are there. It is not a question. He has not been. So for example, he has been not. It is wrong. He has not been doing his homework. That is the correct position of the not in negative sentence. Okay, my dear students, I have completed the assertive sentence, and then we go to the our declaratives and completed sentences, and here some of the examples are there. Negative sentences are formed by this by means of negative particles not, which is put after the verb, auxiliary, modal or link verb. Auxiliary is also helping verbs. Auxiliary is also helping, both are same, and helping verbs also anomalous verbs. Anomalous verbs. Auxiliary verbs also anomalous verbs. I don't like rainy weather. It is a negative sentence. Assertive sentence, negative sentence in assertive. Negative pronouns, some of the. No one can attend the meeting. No one, none. None can listen. Neither, nothing, no. These are negative words, negative pronouns, negative adverbs. Never, he never go to temple. He never listen. He never listens grammar classes. He never listens. Nowhere. And some other words, hardly, partially negative, hardly, refuse, without, are also used to express the negation. That is the negation. There is only one negation in English sentence, mind. Negation, she never walks alone. It is a negative sentence. Even though it does not contain no or not. He never walks alone means he did not walk alone. That is the meaning of sentence. And then we go to the interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences ask the questions. That is more important. Ask the questions. We will discuss interrogative sentence now. Where do you live? It is a question mark. Question interrogative sentence. It is a question. Interrogative sentence. Only one example is given. I will explain you in detail, my dear students. Interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentence. Okay, I will explain you. Interrogative sentence. What is the definition of the interrogative sentence? Interrogative sentence is one that asks a question. It is a question. Beginning with capital letter, end with punctuated. It punctuated with question mark. We say interrogatively, some of the statements change into interrogatively. The interrogative is opposite to a statement. It is opposite of the statement, which gives information, ends with a question mark. The basic function of the interrogative. What is the basic function of the interrogative? To pose the question. Interrogative means the police officers interrogate the criminals. Number of posing questions. That is called interrogation. We use interrogative statements frequently in spoken language or written languages. It showed that we want to know. Why do we interrogate? We want, what is the purpose of interrogation? Or pose the questions. What is the main aim? To know the answer, to know the information about something. We are inquiring, we are questioning. That interrogative sentence start with capital letter and end with a question mark. Start with capital letter. That is more important, punctuation. In this type of sentence, there must be inversion, subject and predicate. The predicate comes before the subject. That is more important. That is basic rule. The predicate or verb comes before the subject. This is called inversion. It is called generally the statement subject plus verb. Interchange. In the place of subject, the verb is there or a predicate is there. In the place of verb, the subject reverse. It comes. It placed in the after the verb. That is the basic structure of the interaction. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are. We put aside what are you doing? Are you. After the verb, you pronoun has come. That is the basic structure. Verb comes before, after, then only the subject comes. The verb comes, so the verb placed before the subject. That is the main rule. The verb placed before the subject. Subject may be noun or a pronoun. Is it our classroom? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Do you know? Do you speak? Do you? Do you? Can you? Can you speak? Can you? Can you? You can speak. It is assertive. You can. Subject. Can you speak? Can you? Can you? The verb placed before the subject. That is more important, my dear students. Interrogative sentences are interrogative sentences. Compulsory the verb placed before the, that is main. There are two types of interrogative sentences. There are two types of interrogative sentences. What are the two types? One is yes or no type questions. The second one is WH questions. The yes or no type questions also called inverted questions. Inverted questions. Why? Because the subject verb has been inverted. The verb placed before the subject. That's why it is called inverted questions. Yes or no type questions. Why do we call yes or no type questions? Do you know my name? Yes. Yes, I know. No, I don't. No, I don't. The answer yes or no comes. That is why these questions are called yes or no type questions. Why did they call inverted questions? The verb comes before the subject. The structure of the interrogative sentence is main helping verb plus subject plus main verb plus other words. In sometimes when using the who takes directly main verb or helping verb. Who is there? Who, particularly this is a peculiar word. Who is there? Who broke this glass? Who are making noise? who drives a car. That particular word directly takes helping verb or main verb. But other verbs, they have been, some change have been taken place. First of all, we are discussing about the yes or no type questions. Yes or no type questions. Yes or no type questions, the answer to this question of is yes or no the answer. Do you believe in ghost? Do you believe in ghost? Question mark. Do you believe in ghost? Can you see the moon? Do you know how to swim? Do you have 3 children? Does ice cream taste good? Does your English teacher wear glasses? Have you made a mistake? Are you studying well? Did he complete his homework? It is, we should follow the intonation, raising intonation in assertive questions. How to utter the sentence, how to say the sentence. Can you see the moon? That is, can you see? For example, I can see the moon. We change inversion. Can you can see. Sorry, where pronoun has been changed. You can see the moon. You can see the moon. Can you see the moon? In assertive sentence, we follow the falling tone in intonation. I can see the moon. Can you see the moon? When you change into interrogative, you keep the question mark. When you say assertive, you keep the full stop at the end of the sentence. That is the important helping verb. Next, subject or main verb or other words. That is the structure of the sentence. That is the sentence structure. Next, did you capital letter, did you complete your homework? Did you complete your homework? Did helping verb, you subject, complete main verb, plus other words are there. This is the structure of the sentence. Helping verb plus subject plus main verb plus other words are there. This is the structure of the yes or no type question, my dear students. And then we go to the WH questions. A question in WH questions are also called information questions. A question in English introduced by WH words that requires information. We want some information. In assertive question, there is no information. Only simple information has been given. Simple information. Is it a pen? Yes. Only yes. Yes is enough. Yes means yes, it is a pen. That is not incident here. Here the situation is we get some information, we get some more answer rather than yes or no. That is called, these are yes or no type questions, WH questions. A question in English introduced by WH words. They are the WH questions. We have already known about the WH words. What are the WH words? WH words are, we should already known WH words. What are they? The interrogative pronouns. Who, whom, whose, which, what. Who, whom, whose, which, what. These are the interrogative pronouns. They are using for posing the questions, framing the questions, formation of the questions. And interrogative adverbs. When, where, why, and how much, how far, how long, how old are you, where, when, where, why, how. These are called interrogative adverbs in grammatical terminology. These WH words, introduced WH words, we frame the question to get the information, to get the answer. It is a WH questions. How many students are there in our class? Some information we want. There are 60 students in my class. That is assertive sentence. Who are you? How far your house from this school? How much money do you want? How long? How many? These are the interrogative words. These interrogative words are called grammatical terminology. Some of the interrogative pronouns, some of the interrogative adverbs. These are also WH word. Structure is, you should understand the structure of the WH word plus helping verb plus subject plus main verb plus other words. Some exceptions are there. Who are you? Who are you? Only interrogative sentence, simple sentence. WH word plus verb plus subject. Who are you? Here the object is called. Who are you? Who are you? I am a teacher, I am a student, I am a lawyer, I am a doctor, I am an engineer, I am an advocate. Who are you? Who? This is a peculiar word. Who wrote this letter? Who wrote this letter? Directly main verb also come. Who follows the main verb also? Who wrote this letter? At the same time, in other words, it is not possible. We should divide into helping verb and main verb. For example, one example I will give you. Where did you go? Where did you go? Question mark. The main verb go, did is a helping verb. WH word plus helping verb plus subject plus main verb. This is the structure of the interrogative sentence. The verb comes before the subject and then we put the question mark. Who are you? Who said that? Who made this cake? Who is she? Who is stranger? Who is on the phone? That is more important, my dear students. And then before completing this class, I am in few minutes I will complete this class, my dear students. Whom do you want? Some of the examples I will give you. Whom do you want? Whose pen is this? Whose pen is this? Is this? Before the subject comes verb. We put the question mark. Whose pen is this? What are you doing? What does your father do? Many students are confused when given what are your father? What are your father means what is the profession of your father? What does your father do? What is, we should not use are. What is your father? What is your father? We should not use are. Your father is a singular noun, common noun. Oh, what is your father? It is a falling tone in intonation. What's your father? What's your father? We should contract form. What's your father? Question mark. What's your father? That means what did your father do? What is the profession? What is the work? What is the duty of your father? My father is a businessman. My father is a teacher. My father is a compound. compounder. My mother is a nurse. My father is an advocate. Then you should understand there is no profession. What do you do? What does your father do? What is the profession of your father? Then only the student understands. But so many students, they have confused. What's your father? What's your father means? What is the name of your father? It is wrong. Some of the students, I will pose when I ask the questions, what's your father? My father's name is. They tell the name of his father, their father. That is not the meaning of the question. What's your father means? What does your father do? That is the meaning. What did you do yesterday? When is your birthday? When were you born? And when does the party start? When are you free? Where is your book? Where does she like? Where do you eat lunch? Where do you eat lunch? Where do you eat? Where do you eat lunch? L-U-N-C-H, lunch. Where do you eat lunch? Where are you running? Which do you prefer? Which restaurant shall we go? Which teacher do you like most? How are you? How old are you? These are the WH questions, my dear students. Okay, my dear students, I will conclude my class and then tomorrow we will meet again. The remaining two imperative and exclamatory sentence explained in the next class. Goodbye all of you.